Hey, this is Paul Mirador, and we come to a segment that we wanted to talk about something serious, and is very, it's felt around the world, and people are suffering from this. And this is our PSA segment.
Public service.
I wanted to introduce Dr. Lora Bofill, and Dr. Lora Bofill is a medical doctor, and she'll be able to explain to us what this is. It's called depression.
Thank you, Paul. So recently in the news, we've heard about recent suicides. Let me show you this. Kate Spade. Not only is this one of my favorite purses, but this is made by a designer who recently killed herself a few days ago in her place in New York City. And then just recently, this week, we also found out about the suicide of Anthony Bourdain, a celebrity chef. He's done a lot of shows on TV. I'm a fan of his and his show. So it came as a shock to me. And time again, we're hearing about suicides of different people we've heard about. Robin Williams, Linkin Park's lead singer, Miss Chester Bennington. And just the list goes on and on. Depression, it's not something that you can take lightly. I know everybody hears about it. It's a very common mental disorder, but it has a lot of impact. People think, okay, well, why aren't these people happy? They have everything. They're rich. They're celebrities. They're famous. You know, they have this and that. But, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into depression. Just because it looks like on the outside things are great, it's not. You know, you have chemical imbalances, which affect the chemicals that affect your mood. There's genetics involved, environmental, and there's a lot of symptoms that you look for in depression. You know, there's things, loss of interest, a decreased appetite, changes in sleep like insomnia, decreased concentration, feeling of just feeling worthless. And a lot of times with depression, sometimes people may not always, it may not always manifest as me. Sometimes it comes out in physical symptoms. You know, a lot of times they're coming into their doctor and they're saying, I'm having some chronic pain and this and that. Believe it or not, there's actually a link. I feel that as far as mental illness, it can also affect you physically.
Yes.
So I want to bring this out to everyone else. What are all of your thoughts as far as recent events with some of the suicides and just depression in general?
Yeah, well, my thoughts on that is it affects everyone. It doesn't matter if you're rich, wealthy, poor, powerful, famous. You know, it doesn't matter. It affects everyone. It's not something that you can cure. It's just something that you try to do better and get better with the support of people that love you, that are there for you, and you know, it's something that you know, it's you just have to look out for people. You see them, they're happy, they're making a lot of jokes, they're you know, they seem like they don't have a problem, but behind that, they got a lot of problems. Mostly mental illness.
And nearly 20% of the population here in the U.S. are affected sometime in their life with depression. But because there's a social stigma to it, a lot of people will actually not bring it up. That's why sometimes it'll manifest in the form of physical symptoms like my stomach hurts or I'm having really bad headaches. In reality, you know, it's our harboring some other thing that's going on.
That's where I wanted to touch on the social stigma. You know, it's sad that we view mental illness, mental health disorders and depression as something that is judged against that human. You know, sometimes it's something that they are dealing with on a daily basis. And that's where we have to kind of change our mentality in that, you know, not everything is physical. You know, that people are going through things that we'll just have no idea. Just like how you were saying, and this is how I pretty much live life, is you'll never know what another person is dealing with. It really is our personal responsibility to be kind, to reach out to others by just the simple phrase of asking, how are you doing? You could be changing their life in that day for them to choose to not take their life. And you know, I really am so saddened by the news this week, because just like how we're saying, you know, it doesn't matter what type of success or fame or wealth that a human has. it truly all comes down to their own inner critic, their mental battles. And Anthony Bourdain is somebody that I really looked up to, especially with having, you know, this dream of being a travel host. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all have this, like I was saying, an inner critic. We have something within us that we are battling every single day, and it really is up to each other to support each other through our challenges. And I believe that suicide, the statistic is that it's the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. And that is so sad. I did a show. It was one of my investigative documentaries when I was with E! Investigates, and it was about teen suicide. And, you know, with the show is about 13 reasons why it exists. It really, really does. And we need for it to stop losing lives, to see that this is something that we have to pay attention to. I think that there should be regular screenings in high school ages, you know, even if that was just like a mentor program. I would be more than happy to spend a full day of my work just to chat with young people one-on-one, you know, and maybe that conversation will change their minds from having to take on these acts of what they're battling within their heads. And I don't know, we've got to do something. And I think right now just being able to talk about it is helping, but we've got to do more.
And speaking about an action plan, is there like a hotline or a number that people can call?
Yes. Yeah, actually, it's the National Suicide Prevention hotlines that, and we'll have it on the Facebook page at the Coffee Corner Show, so go check it out. But it's 1-800-273-8255. And there's a lot of resources out there on the internet as well that if you want to know more about depression, or, you know, do I have it? How do I seek help? There's resources out there, and we can easily post it on the website as well.
And,
just check out.
And what was the number again?
It's 1-800-273-8255.
And that's the national?
That's the National
Suicide Hotline.
Prevention Hotline.
Right.
Yes.
And also, I like you were saying, I think we really, really have to take it upon ourselves to look for the signs with our friends, family, whoever it may be. And we could possibly be that person to reach out and help them. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just like what Christy said, don't forget, when you meet someone, just say, how you doing?